That's probably right. The 1970s were crazy, and I was just a sheltered kid, and my old-fashioned parents were still living like it was the 40s, so I wouldn't have known that. I mean, I literally grew up in a house where my parents acted like it was 1940.
Wow.
And I didn't know the difference. I was a kid. I was an only child. I didn't know the difference. Then I get older, and I realized these two. I've been living in the 1940s my whole life, and it's just I was so fucked up, and I'm telling you, they did it. They refused. My parents wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't have a dishwasher. They wouldn't have a microwave. Wow. They wouldn't have a VCR. They wouldn't have a phone answering machine. They lived like it was 1940. Like you thought Herbert Hoover was still president. And again, I didn't know the difference because I didn't have any siblings or anybody to tell me the difference. So I got older. I was like, but this is not how people are living. Why am I? This is crazy. My father always drove old used cars. I'm telling you, it's when I look back at it, it was literally the 1940s. That's why you spent your adult life
like trying to get the stuff that you didn't get.
I'm still pretty much a sheltered recluse now, and fucked up in the head recluse. I mean, I haven't improved on anything. I mean, just look at the hat I'm wearing, for Christ's sake. This looks like something from 1953. This hat I'm wearing.
You didn't splurge on a microwave or a sexy cat suit?
I do have a microwave. And I did. I still
have cable television.
I had it and I canceled it.
Yeah, okay,
I do have a smartphone. I have a smartphone.
Yep.
Honestly, not having cable is so old fashioned that it has become new school now.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have so I have a microwave. I have a smartphone. I have high speed internet. I'm trying to think what. I actually have an operating DVD player. It still works. The DVD.
That's okay.
Not that I've used it in a while, but it's still hooked up, and I could use it if I want. See if there's anything other modern I have. That's pretty much it, really.
My car's dishwasher. Did you get a dishwasher?
No, I've been washing dishes by hand my whole life. I've never had a dishwasher. I've never had a dishwasher.
It's a real game changer, let me tell you.
I've never had a coffee maker. I've never had a coffee maker.
Would that kill you?
Yes. I think of the two appliances that I use most. Sure. It's probably the dishwasher and the coffie maker. And the smartphone. This is awful. People rip me for it. Instant coffee. I boil water and I'll have a cup of instant coffee. Crystals.
Not even that. The bowling basket, the cheap stuff from ShopRite. Everything in my house is bowling. My house is a bowling basket house. I should get sponsorship because I'm so fucking cheap. I buy everything bowling basket. I got bowling basket spaghetti, bowling basket applesauce, bowling basket bread, milk. Everything is bowling basket.
The generics have come up in quality, though.
I refuse to pay for a brand name. That's all bullshit to me. There's no you're buying the same thing. You're just paying for the name.
Barilla's not getting my 30 cents.
Exactly. I've turned into that old man. That old man. I was an old man before I'm 60. And I've aged into my personality. I finally aged into my personality, but I'm so fucking cheap.
How do you take your instant coffee? Black or with
no cream and sugar? I do cream and sugar.
Yeah.
When I first started drinking coffee, my father drank it black. When I first started drinking coffee, he would get so mad. Why do you putting cream and sugar in your coffee? I said, what the fuck do you care? Like you're not drinking it.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah. He would get so mad that I was putting cream and sugar in my coffee. Like, you got yours over there. You don't have to worry about what I'm drinking. I don't know. But he would get beside himself that I was putting cream and sugar in according to him. This is the man, my father, who would put ketchup on scrambled eggs. So, but then he was mad at me for using cream and sugar. So it was a really sane, very sane, stable house I came from, as you can tell. Very, very sane. But my father had this old workbench in the garage of these old tools from the 1950s. I mean, everything was. I had no idea how backwards I was till I got older. And I've never recovered.
What was him? Did he know how to fix stuff? I mean,
he could do everything. Okay. I can't do anything.
Nor can I.
My father could do carpentry, plumbing, electric. We never called. If we'd have called him a repairman, he'd have strangled me. He could run phone lines. I don't know where he learned all this stuff. No idea where he learned all this stuff, but he could do everything.
There was no YouTube to instruct him on
he
figured it out.
Yeah. When they replaced the whole kitchen, the cabinets, him and a neighbor, they tore it out and put new cabinets. He could do everything, and I can't turn a screwdriver.
Amazing.
But I think back, where did he learn that? Because I'm amazed that he learned that. Because I don't know. He had older brothers, and I don't know if they could do it. Mm-hmm. Maybe they could. I don't. But he could do anything. It was amazing that he could do this stuff. Yeah. He could lay carpet, anything he could do. Wow. Yeah, he could do anything. I don't know. I have no idea where he learned it.
Good on him.
he wouldn't buy anything to make the house, upgrade the house, but he wouldn't buy. We would be 99 degrees on. They wouldn't put the air conditioner on. My father would say, "What do you mean? We had hotter days when I was a kid. What do you mean hot? You don't know what hot is."
You had an air conditioner though? Did you?
Somehow, I don't know how they bought an air conditioner. I'm not sure.
But the big story.
It must have been the late 60s. Like I was probably like just a young kid, 3 or 4 years old or something when they bought this. But they had this wall unit.
All right, great.
But it was the craziest thing. They never put it on. Why you would buy this? And like twice a year in the summer they would have. Literally maybe twice a year. My mother would be half dead from the heat, cooking over a hot stove in this brick row house. You know, brick row houses are hot anyway because they contain the heat. And she's over the stove. He wouldn't consider putting the air conditioner on. What are you talking about? Your mother and the hot. What is she talking about? And then if she'd put the fan on, my father would turn the fan the other way. That's how you catch a cold. So the fan was blowing the other way. So there was no reason for the fan to be on. That's how you catch a cold.
When it's 97
degrees. Yeah, you're going to catch a cold from a fan.
It's America's stupidest podcast. Think NPR for dummies. This is the McGonigal Podcast.